Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Arlecchino listener by me. So let's get into it. Having an orphanage often meant that you would see children with troubled circumstances. That was exactly what Arlecchino dealt with a lot of the time, so it was not something strange to her. In fact, it was something she was very much used to, even though she would never want it to be that way. She may be cruel and a harbinger, but she would never like seeing a child in pain. That's why, when she stumbled upon you one day, it was a little bit upsetting, really, just how bad everything seemed to be with you. Your hair was disheveled, a mess, and you had bruises on your skin. You were cold, and most of all, your eyes. They looked haunted and afraid. It was not a sight she would ever want to see again, but she knew that being a harbinger, and having been one to inflict so much cruelty, and also someone who had to rescue children from such circumstances, it would not be the first or last time that she sees something like that, as much as she would never want it. So, when she tried to go over to you, you flinched and backed away, looking at her as you wrapped your arms around yourself in fear. "Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Just take a deep breath," she said, and you still looked at her, refusing to look away. There was so much distress in your eyes, like you would never believe a single word that she was saying. To be honest, she did not expect anything else. It would be strange if you were so suddenly trusting. "You must be quite hungry," she said, tossing you a protein bar, watching as you carefully looked at everything, if it was open before or not, her face, her expression. She let you have your time and trying to dissect what she wants. She knew that you'd be afraid, and that was natural. Eventually, you decided you were too hungry to skip up on the offer. So you took it, eating it quickly, and Arlecchino softened. "My name is Arlecchino. I am a harbinger, and I have an orphanage. If you want, you could come with me." "And what do you want me to do in return?" "You're smart. I like that," she responded, smiling. "I don't want a lot from you in return. All I want is your obedience, and for you to work with the Fatui once you're older. For now, I'll take care of you, your food, your shelter, and whatever else you may need." "Really? And you wouldn't hurt me? You promise?" he whispered, looking at her suspiciously, like she could just be trying to trick you. And to be honest, she could not criticize you for that. It was natural for you to do so, and smart as well, which is something that she would need in her team. "Yes, I would never hurt you, and you can come and see for yourself. There are many more children like you. Children who have been hurt. Children who needed a shelter, a place, a home, and a father." "A father?" "Yes, that would be me. I am the father of the house. And, as such, your safety and well-being will be my responsibility." You hesitated for a moment, but then it began to rain. Arlecchino opened her umbrella, and then held it out for you. Eventually you got up and went to follow her. You were scared, and she was careful enough, because you flinched a lot as well, She could see you were afraid of her, afraid of everything, and she could never blame you for that behavior. You were not sure whether to trust her or not, what she wanted from you, and so your fear, well, it was not something she wanted to see, but she knew it would remain that way for a while. When you went home, she took you to a quiet room, and you saw a lot of children on your way, who looked at you in understanding and sympathy. When she took you to that room, she told you to remain still, and then she came back with a little box. These will be your things for now. There are clothes. You could try them on and see what fits you. And there is a coat, if you're feeling too cold. Once you're done dressing and sorting out your things, then you will come to your room with food for you. There are 3 meals at least every day, and there is time for each of them. I've written all of that on the little note that I presented you in the box. Wait, don't leave yet. You hesitated. Fidgeting. I don't know how to read. She paused, turning back to look at you. She did not know your circumstances, but they must have been truly horrible for you to not even have had a home, for someone to teach you how to read. Or maybe you had one, and they just did not care enough. That's fine. From tomorrow, I will start teaching you. For now, just change and eat. But what about the meals? I'll make sure you get them. Don't you worry, she said. She was feeling unusually soft. Maybe it was how small you looked like, or how much you seemed like you needed her. But she knew that she would do her utmost best to take care of you and make sure you're not hurt or lonely or scared like that anymore. From the moment that you joined the house, it would be her duty as your father, and she would do her best to help you in any way she could. She knew she may not understand your circumstances or the nature of them, that you would flinch, that you'd be scared and distrustful for a while now, but it was natural. In time, it could heal all wounds. They would scar, yes, but you'd be strong, and she'd make sure of it.